Oh my god.
Welcome back, comic John Travolta.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm Vinny Barbarito.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Justin.
And what's up? What's happening?
Not
What's
much.
the haps?
Just chilling, hanging out with the bro.
I have a list of... tell me about the character. I'm gonna squeakle over here and get my phone.
Okay. A comic where the main character is the villain, and their whole story / personality. He likes the idea of like the song "Hurt," like kind of making a character based on that concept. And so it's like
the Johnny Cash song, or excuse me, the Nine Inch Nails song.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, I dig that. I like the idea of the story following the villain, not the hero, because like you never really get that. You sometimes get like the anti-hero, but you rarely get the villain as the main character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with that. I love those kind of stories.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, absolutely.
More of those.
And he's not like a demon or anything. He like somehow well built his empire, offended some gods, so they cursed him with immortality. So it made his empire seem pointless, hence the Empire of Dirt, because it's worthless.
Right.
And I was like, yo, honestly...
like a junkyard king?
Kind of, yeah. And I was like, immortality has always struck me as like one of the worst hells you could give somebody. Like,
yes.
The idea of existing infinitely. Like, I can't... That's just its own circle of hell.
Yeah.
It's just haunting, yeah. But I like the idea of like after being cursed and watching everyone die, and then like maybe even getting like a second family, watching them die, he starts to like take it back out on everything else.
You see his entire like de-evolution.
Yeah, exactly. As he starts to like lose those shreds of like humanity.
Yeah.
And then it's hoping, and then the idea is that he's hoping by being this like horrid piece of shit. That someone will rise up and find a way to cure his curse and strike him down. And so I was like, maybe at one point after generations of it, he realizes there's no way for like anyone else, like a mortal, to break it. So he has to do something drastic, like complete annihilation, to undo it. Like be such a menace that they're like, it's just not fucking worth it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Blot out the sun or do something crazy, go insane. I mean, it's too much for a brain to process. So like it actually, like it kind of makes sense. Like you would think like over time, like over generations and like I can't imagine like people being awake for like 15 days go insane.
Oh yeah.
So the idea of like living forever is just, ugh.
You would lose everybody that you've ever loved always. That's nightmarish.
Yeah.
It would make you certainly standoffish after a couple hundred years, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably wouldn't want to fuck with a lot of people.
Yeah, and then at one point I was just kind of being stupid because he was like, he's a villain and villain's going to do fucked up shit. And I was like, yeah, like an entire chapter is him just introducing lead into the water supply.
Yeah, like Dr. Horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Just a piece of shit. But I thought it was kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm into villain stories. Like
we don't get enough villain stories. We get like, trust me, like
not an American.
We get a lot. Well, there's a lot of villains in movies.
Yes.
Like some of the people that make movies are kind of villainous, and they're kind of pieces of shit.
Say that.
Eh?
You could.
Eh?
You could say that.
But yeah, we haven't seen like a villain like, I don't know. I guess maybe like
Joker.
Yeah, but like that's he's set up as like the antithesis to the protagonist, but like he doesn't have that, like he's not his own individual thing. He exists as a function of Batman.
Yes. Yeah, no, I hear you. I like
and even when they try to go away from it, it's like you just get, what was it, like Taxi Driver or whatever.
Yeah.
I to be fair, I haven't seen Taxi Driver or Joker. So I don't know if they're like the same thing, with just face makeup, but like...
I mean, kind of. But I don't know how fair that is, because like you could say the same about Falling Down. Like, I think that there's
I
different
haven't
ways
seen
to
it.
tell that story. You've never seen Falling Down
I don't think
with
so.
Michael Douglas?
I don't think so.
Holy shit, dude. It's insane. It's crazier than
Sound-
shit. It's from, I think,
Okay.
like 93.
Okay.
And
Tell me about it.
he's just this dude who just like, he's like this regular guy that works at an office. And one day he's just had enough of people's shit. So he just goes fucking crazy. Like, pulls
Postal?
a fucking Magnum out, like, at the fucking
Like post, like
at
just
the at the fast food place because they fuck his order up and like, yeah, just kind of loses his mind. And
do you remember that game series, Postal?
no,
I feel like there was a.
that seems like that. How did that get past the
That's-
MPAA
Well,
system?
that's the thing. I think it was one of those ones that kind of was like the first. Because I remember
The first
like,
of its kind. I remember State of Emergency. That game was insane. It was
Well, this one
basically
had,
just like, hey, there's an emergency, kill people.
Yeah, this one was like you have a canister of gasoline and you can light a cat on fire.
Whoa,
Like that kind of crazy shit. Like,
man,
I think it's
You know,
I think
a lot of
I
shit
think it's
came-
called Postal. I think
a lot of stuff came through in the 90s.
I like I
that
remember
shouldn't have
seeing
come
like
through.
I remember seeing like gameplay footage of it or something. I was like, is that actually a game? Like,
yeah,
okay.
that's crazy. All right, I have a big list today. I have a lot of things that I want to cover. First of all, I need to correct myself of me talking out of my ass about X-Men last week.
Okay.
Because first of all, the original team in the Uncanny X-Men was Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, not Storm. Cyclops,
Okay.
Beast, Jean Grey, Angel, and Iceman, not Colossus.
I don't think I've ever heard of Iceman.
Bobby Drake, Iceman.
I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell. I don't. The only ones I really like remember.
He's like the Human Torch, but cooler.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's because ice.
Also, like, I don't get the
'Cause
Fantastic
did you
Four.
get what I said?
I got you.
You
I
don't
got
get the Fantastic Four?
I don't really get the appeal.
You know, the only thing that
Except
the
for Dr.
Fantastic
Doom.
Four is good for is Dr.
Dr.
Doom. It's for Victor Von D, baby.
And honestly, I wouldn't
I
give
love
half a
that
shit
guy.
about him if it wasn't for,
MF Doom.
of course.
You know, they never have done Victor justice, I think, on film.
No.
And by the way, if there ever were like a villain deserving of like an origin or any kind of like standalone story, it'd be Victor for sure.
Yeah, that would be a fun one.
Fuck, dude, he is so cool. The Doombot Legion? Come on, son.
Come on.
He's just
son.
like, fuck it, I just made robots. How about this?
Yeah.
I just made robots that
Fuck
look
'em.
like me and kick ass.
Go have fun.
So I'm gonna just go send
It's
them
kind of like
out.
that with Cooler in the Dragon Ball movies. Because Cooler
Yeah.
comes back and he's just like, all right, here's like 600 of me.
Yeah. So I wanted to correct that about the X-Men. I also wanted to
Apologies.
make the correction of Rogue's powers because I didn't realize this lore. I wasn't aware.
Ooh, new boy.
Yeah, so I got
Hit me
all
with it.
uppity about how like her
I
steel
remember.
powers was tertiary. I'm actually wrong in that regard. The super strength and the ability of flight, she actually inherited from Miss Marvel
Okay.
when she died because her primary power has always been absorbing other people's powers.
Gotcha.
But once she got those, you know,
They just got stuck.
she just kind of rocked them. So like everything that I ever read and saw in the cartoons of Rogue,
That's pretty
she
lucky.
had super strength and flight.
That's pretty lucky.
But yeah, it was
That's
only
like that's a
because she
pretty
absorbed-
good.
It's kind of the
coincidence.
best one you could have,
For
yeah.
real.
To just like, hey, I could just do whatever you do.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
like,
just the ditto of the X-Men.
But then you
That's
also
pretty
get
fucking
like,
cool.
oh man, that's yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to correct and then one more X-Men correction. This section will be called the X-Men correction section.
This X-Men correction section is brought to you by X-Men.
Wolverine was introduced in 1975,
Okay,
earlier than I thought.
gotcha.
And you know, to his credit, he was kind of a favorite out of the gate. Like people liked him. So by the time that like it got to the 90s,
On
he was
behalf, I
top.
appreciate your apology.
He was top billing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you appreciate my
On
apology.
behalf of the masses.
So I want to have guests. I want to start having guests on the show.
Yeah.
I also want to start like doing more stuff outside of like recording stuff with our phones and then like making reference to it.
Oh yeah,
Because
for sure.
I'm seeing some of my pods I listen to have been doing it for a while. Some are starting to do it, and it's like I want to do that stuff. I want to be able to like cut away to stuff that happens because the stuff that's going on
I don't
is
know.
wildin'. I found out today that Arnold Schwarzenegger got paid $25 million for Batman and Robin. Which in today's money is $45 million. And I gotta say, maybe the most 1997 fact ever. Because I think that he put in like 25 days on the film. So he basically got paid $1 million a day.
Hell yeah.
To fucking chill out.
Chill out, dude.
I mean,
Hey,
that is some gangster fucking moves.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's undeniable. Like, hold on.
You
got paid $25 million for that piece of shit movie?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I still think it's fun. Like it's just ridiculous and bad, but like that kind of campy, cheesy, like horrible.
It's difficult for me to like stuff like that unless it's self-aware. If it's self-aware, I'm there for it. But
like
I don't know.
It's
That's
fun
not
if it's
necessarily
self-aware,
true.
but like
horror, if they're trying and it's bad, is really funny.
Yeah, like I mean, shit, man. Evil Dead series, like,
in fact, like when they try in horror, like when it's like really obviously like trying to seem like it's really bad, like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. I'm sad that I know that.
It's just like it's not as funny as like
it's depressing that you said Thanksgiving and I was like, oh yeah. I know.
Well, it's a thing now because it ran. They had it on Netflix and shit. Like, but there's another one called Scarecrow that's way worse, and I'm pretty confident it's not like self-aware. I think
one of my
they
favorite,
like genuinely tried to make a horror, and it is bad.
I love that shit. I'm here for
it's
it.
Real bad.
One of my favorite, like just bad horror movies, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh yeah, I have it on DVD.
It's so good.
Yeah, I have it like.
What's the worst
in the
movie
other room?
What's the worst movie that you love?
Carnivore. I think that we talked about this on a pod that didn't air.
Oh, word.
Carnivore is the worst. I showed you the trailer for it.
You have.
It's real bad.
That does look really bad.
I do think that Plan 9 from Outer Space is the worst film ever made, like objectively. Just because, like, really just on the sheer fact that, like, because, in the production of that, Bela Lugosi died. And rather than replace him, they just had a guy walk around like this.
That's horrible.
And cover his face.
I was going to say, because, like, isn't it The Crow? Like the second Crow, whatever?
The Crow? Oh, like Brandon Lee?
Yeah.
That was a real sad story.
That's what I mean by that.
That was a shame. There's people that think that was some setup shit. Because, they said that, there's a lot of people that think Bruce was assassinated.
It was both by Jackie Chan. I'm not making the claim. Listen, I'm not trying to act like, look, I love Jackie Chan. I don't think he actually kills people.
That's, the like when I mentioned that fact
I love Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, dude.
Do you remember that?
No.
The cartoon?
I didn't watch the cartoon,
but
I played the fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
What was it, Stuntmaster?
I think so, yeah. Jackie Chan Stuntmaster, yeah.
On PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Them blocky pixels are dope.
Oh, dude. That shit was crazy. You know what other game? I don't know why I thought of this. Maybe because it's a beat 'em up. But I don't know did you ever play The Warriors?
Is that the one from Rockstar Games?
I don't know if Rockstar made it or not. I don't think so. They might have. Anyway, it's based on the movie.
I think I know
about the gangs in the
Warriors
70s in New York. Yeah.
Come out to play.
And bro, you can play as all the different warriors.
Yeah, I definitely think because I think
fighting moves.
Yeah, I think they made it around the same time. I'm pretty sure it was Rockstar because I remember
that game is
like
fun
Bully.
As fuck. And
Bully
you could
was
play
fun
it.
too.
You could play it like what do they call it? Local. You could play it local co-op with like up to four people.
Hell yeah.
So like you and your homies could just be fucking like
shit up.
gang members in the 70s in New York and just go out and fucking fight and kill
each other
people.
up. Yeah.
So fun. That and Battlefront 2. I've put in probably more hours on Battlefront 2 than any other game I've ever played.
I would say maybe
But 2K is close.
lately for me it's been Inscription, because they released Casey's mod. It's basically like it's like a deck based, like card based, tabletop, like roguelike dungeon crawl.
Okay.
But like HP Lovecraft kind of aesthetic to it. It's really fun.
It's turn-based?
Well, it's a card game, yeah.
Oh, it's a card game.
Yeah.
Yuck.
No, it's a lot of fun. Okay, well.
Well, what is it? Is it like Magic?
It's
Oh my god.
it's
Tell
kind
me
of
what it is.
it's I don't know, it's weird. The reason why it's weird is because it has like a scale system. So it's like teeth get dropped on the scale, and it's like 5 teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah, it's like golden teeth. You can actually you get an item that's a wrench that pulls out one of your teeth that you can put onto the scale to get a point. But if the scale tips to 5 in either direction, you lose.
What happens if you lose?
You die, and then the guy that's he'll kill you, but he'll take a picture of you, turn you into a card, and then you can actually get that card later on.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Horrifying.
It's a really fun game,
I
though.
guess, in a
lot of
way.
Oh yeah,
But it sounds
actually
cool.
playing I mean, there's also like this kind of like sub ARG storyline going on in it that I'm not like the biggest fan of, but like the mod basically is just like challenge runs to get through the game,
Right.
with like more and more like difficult
Yeah.
stuff happening.
Well, that sounds pretty fun.
It is fun.
I've been having a lot of fun with 2K. Oh, I wanted to say a few things about the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was the MVP last year and won the championship last year, he plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. That dude plays like I play in the game. It's dumb. Like the other night
Disrespectful.
he had 37 points and 17 rebounds.
Damn.
It's so dumb. It's just like, what even are you, man? He's a creative player. He's a fucking creative player.
He's a min-max.
And Jason Tatum is starting to look that way. Like he plays for Boston. He's starting to develop into like a, what the fuck are you doing? Like
This guy's on some other shit.
there's a guy who I don't think I told you. I didn't put on your list of lore because he's a newer age guy. But there's a dude that plays point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies named Ja Morant. And that motherfucker is crazy. That dude is nutso city. He's like 6 feet.
Nutso
He's
city.
like 6'1" or some
Nutso
shit.
city.
And he just dunks on people. It's crazy. He just fucking, dude, he'll dunk a rebound. He's like,
Damn.
He's like your height. And he'll just like, the ball will be up and bounce off the net, and then your boy is like coming off screen like it's fucking Smash Brothers or some shit, dunking it, and it's like,
Hell yeah.
how did you even get
How do you even
there,
do that?
dude?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent in the NBA right now, so
Nice.
that'll be interesting. And I'm wearing my Jags shirt. The NBA or the NFL draft is this week, which I know means nothing to you, but it's interesting for us, especially me as a Jags fan, because we got the first pick last year, and we get the first pick this year. And you know who gets the first pick? Whoever had the worst record last year.
Hell yeah.
So we've gotten the first pick
Fuck yeah.
twice in a row.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's called strategy,
We
bro.
are so bad. And,
That's how you do it.
and
That's how
I
you
would-
get better.
And bro, I would bet my annual salary that we draft a fucking defensive, like a cornerback or something, like an edge or some shit. We never draft offense.
Like
Almost.
they're like,
I mean, we drafted
we've got, like,
Trevor last
they're,
year.
they're like,
Obviously.
we've got a couple nickelbacks. I don't know what to tell you. We ran out of quarterbacks, so
Yeah.
take your pick.
Yeah, we don't want any of that.
Here's a gator. It's like Air Bud, but with a gator.
Okay, let's see.
I started a Pokemon Nuzlocke. It is not going well.
What does Nuzlocke mean?
The idea of a Nuzlocke is it's basically trying to make Pokemon like for adults. So the idea is you have to nickname your Pokemon, okay? Because you have to get attached to them. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in a route or in a given area, and if a Pokemon faints, they're dead. You have to box them or throw them away. So it's the only.
If a Pokemon faints, you have to throw them away.
Done.
Whoa,
they're dead.
That's
if their
not
HP
fun.
hits 0, they're dead. Yeah,
It's actually kind of cool because you can keep catching Pokemon.
You can only get the first one you can encounter on a route. So what it does is like it allows you to like use Pokemon you've never used before because like, well, fuck it, I got a Whalmer. You know, like it's like I don't know what to do.
You know, I never played.
No, Whalmer's a good Pokemon. But
I remember so fondly. I never played. So my history with Pokemon is, I was fortunate to get a fucking Game Boy Color and blue version, and my cousin got red version.
Hell yeah!
And oh my god,
it was such a good
time. Played the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
And then I played Yellow,
which was fun,
and then I played Silver and Gold,
which were okay. I really like the 3rd generation, Ruby and Sapphire.
And then I didn't play those.
Oh, those are some of my favorites.
I think I did later. I went back, but then I went back and played Leaf Green.
Yeah, the remakes are the best.
Fuck,
Heart
dude.
Gold and Soul Silver, the remakes of Gold and Silver.
Oh, are they? Those are the remakes. That makes sense.
That one in the Alpha Sapphire, like Omega Ruby, the remakes of the Ruby and Sapphire. Those are my favorites.
I had never played Leaf. That shit is chef's kiss, bro.
Oh,
that
yeah.
game is
because it added all
fun.
of like the actual like stats. Like they actually broke up special.
Yeah, and I like that map a lot more.
The same map? Like, because Leaf Green is the same map as...
It's Johto.
So, okay. Because Leaf
as
Green
opposed
is...
to Kanto.
Well, I mean, they have both, but...
Well, I guess the one that I played was Johto.
Yeah, that would have been the 2nd gen. So Gold, Silver, Crystal.
That was fun.
Those are good times. There's like the only thing that I didn't like about Crystals is like this weird dude that like really wants to fuck one of the legendary dogs. He's like obsessed with this like Suicune. He's obsessed with it.
Ew.
He's constantly after it, and he's always talking about it. That's all he ever has to say. It's like you've got like 3 other Pokemon that are just like ignored because they're not this like dog that you want to.
Dude, Pokemon Snap.
Gross. Pokemon Snap was fun.
I put in work on.
I also
Pokemon
liked Coliseum
Snap
a lot.
Yeah, Stadium. Those
Coliseum
were
was
really
for
fun.
GameCube, though, but...
Yeah. Stadium was for 64.
Yeah.
That was the original one. That was shit. Was like
I was talking about a different
my
game.
God,
so there's like
dude.
Stadium, but then
Yeah.
there's also Coliseum.
Coliseum was in
which
for
is okay.
GameCube.
I liked that it was double battles only.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool because I had never really like fucked around with it before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
I've been itching to play Kingdom Hearts ever since the episode.
you mean the new one, or are you going to replay them?
Well, I have the collection for 1 and 2.
You played them all, yeah?
No, there are so many. There's like 17.
No way.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of there's a bunch on like handhelds. There's
I've never played it.
hang on, now I'm curious.
So I wish I could get it on like Steam, but that's a Sony property, right? That's exclusive to PlayStation.
You might be able to get it on Steam. I don't fucking know.
That'd be fun. Maybe I'll look and see. Dude, Justin and I have been playing this game called Hell Let Loose.
I think you were something about that.
Oh, dude, you should get it. You should play
What's it for?
It's for PC.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, it's 50 on 50.
50 on 50.
World War II.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And it's US, Germany, and Russia. And it's crazy. And you can get in a tank and
13 Kingdom Hearts games.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You can
I've played 1 and 2.
You can get in a tank. So the way that it works is like you have to get in squads.
Oh, gotcha. So you have to have somebody on visuals. You have to have somebody launch.
If you're in tank, it's
Hell yeah.
you need 3 people to really run it, because you've got the tank commander who tells the driver and the gunner what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the driver, and then you've got the gunner. And oh man, the gun's real fun.
It seems like
it's stressful because it moves so slow.
It feels
like
like
a
it's
tank from 1942.
It feels like a more like refined version of the Warthog in Halo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
A little bit more
very
adult.
realistic in terms of like the dangers as far as like how easy you can die and
Yeah.
just the mechanics of like how squads work. So like there are different classes, obviously. So you have like your regular infantrymen, but then you have like support, and support is there to provide supplies. And then you have the engineer, and he builds shit, but you need supplies from the support guy to build shit.
Right.
And then you have like the machine gun guy who's just got the fucking fully auto, like sets that shit up on a
what?
bipod.
The game that, like, I don't know what it was about that last like thing, but it made me think of the Borderlands series.
Oh yeah, I
I
played it a little.
Oh, I miss those games.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because I was always a bigger fan of the Elder Scrolls game because of the Elder Scrolls games because of the customization capability. And I feel like in a lot of those RPGs like Borderlands or even like something like BioShock or Dead Space,
Maybe it was because
you're kind
like,
of railroaded into like, yes, it's not really a role playing game. It's more of like a role assuming game.
you're not not
Because you don't.
I get that, but like I don't.
Like
I guess
Assassin's
it doesn't
Creed.
bother me in the same way that like I get what you're saying though, like that you're not able to like fully immerse into the character as well.
Well, you don't have any
Because
customization
set to
abilities.
you're
for it.
set to the well. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think the reason why Borderlands I'm okay with it is because like it's still just shooting guns. Like
That's true.
so it's like, oh, I have a turret, or I turn invisible, or
But it is a really fun game mechanically, for sure.
I just enjoy it.
I
Well, I
remember
think it's also
playing
because
it.
like I grew up like playing WoW, so that kind of
Okay.
similar setup for like the map and like the getting loot
Yeah.
and stuff kind of hit that same.
Did you ever play Dead Island?
I vaguely remember playing it. for,
Dead
like, a
Island
weekend or
was
two.
it was like
I feel like it was one of those.
it was
games
like
that
it
was,
happened
too
and it was
early.
popping for a minute. Yes, I think it became a little too early. I think it was a little. I think it was a little ahead of its time.
So to me, so
Because
do
if
I.
they
Oh, shit,
released-
so to me. Oh fuck! I was trying to like burn myself and I fucked up. on it.
So do me.
Golly.
Oh, thanks for naming the episode.
Golly gee willikers.
That'll be good. What was I just saying?
I don't know. We're talking about video games.
Yeah, but then I ran into the
It was like
derail master.
It was like I was talking about World of Warcraft.
Oh, Dead
and
Island.
Dead Island.
Yeah, if they made some shit like that today, I think it would
It'd
be
probably pop off.
popping. Yeah, because it was similar to the Borderlands setup in the sense of like, here are your 4 characters, but it was zombie apocalypse, and you were trapped on an island, and it was pretty hardcore. They were rage zombies, so they would fucking get to you quick.
Yeah.
And you had like a really good. I enjoyed it mechanically more than Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
At
I
least with the
wasn't a
melee
big
weapons,
fan
you also
of
had a
Left 4
lot
Dead.
more options for weapons in this. Like the melee weapons in Dead Island.
Have you ever played Killing Floor? The Killing Floor series?
No, but I've seen it. I've seen it before.
It's kind of similar. I like it a lot. It has that similar like the character will have like a proclivity towards a particular type of gun, and then there's like mini bosses.
Yeah.
And it's just zombies, just rounds, and every like 10 rounds there's a boss.
I really want to play.
It's a lot of fun.
I really want to get like a squad together and play that Friday the 13th game.
Oh yeah, I'd be
Because
down.
it looks so fun. And Jason's my favorite, dude. Like
Yeah.
when I saw that game was coming out, I was so hype. I had a note in here about the thing that you said, which I thought was funny to tell the podcast. When I came to pick you up and I said, it's raining, bring an umbrella. And you said, ain't got one, but I'm a thug.
I'm used to it.
And I thought, I didn't realize I was going to be potting with Tupac Shakur.
The similarities are blaring.
And then the Bobby text. I have to read this.
Oh yeah, I was okay. Yeah.
This
That's
is
fair.
so funny.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, okay. There's going to be no context for this because
There's
there was none for me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read your second part
Sure.
and then his part. So, ascending past the limitations of orgasm and what can only be described as a gaping infinite maw of carnal self-destruction, followed up by out of 10.
Yeah.
Bobby says, dog, my big titty, biblically accurate angel GF does this thing where she repeatedly deconstructs me molecule by molecule and meshes me with the quantum fabric of reality before putting me back together so she can repeat the process.
Yep.
Just thinking about it has me fully bricked up right now.
Yeah.
And then you said, oh, fuck yeah. Which is just insane. Y'all are insane.
Yeah, it happens.
So the thing that I've wanted to talk to you about, that I've been bugging you about, we haven't talked about yet, the personality test.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you get?
I wrote it down.
Okay, cool, because I'm going to look it up. By the way, comment people watching this,
Comment, people.
anybody listening, go to 16 Personalities and take this test. It's just like a cool, fun version of the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs. But
There
it's
was
cool. It shows
so
like
I have
other
a couple notes
Okay.
about it. So first and foremost, the first note I took was as I was going through the test, there was a question that kind of pissed me off.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. So the question was, when someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. And I wrote, thanks for exposing me to that thought. Now I'm going to think about that shit all the time. Why the fuck would you ask me some shit you can't unask during a fucking personality test? Like this exam was never meant to be invasive, and you have just fucked me with this question. And then immediately, I am apparently a mediator INFPA.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
That's what I am.
Oh, really?
That's what Justin is.
Yeah.
And that's what my mom is.
Yeah. So it said mediators I might know: Fox Mulder from X-Files, Johnny Depp, Justice for Johnny.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah. And then I wrote down, and this one specifically, Sybil Branson from Downton fucking Abbey.
Dude.
I have no idea who that is.
I love Sybil. She dies.
And then also the last thing is it says, so on the strengths and weaknesses, I was like self-critical, dope. I fucks with that heavy time. And then underneath in a weird ass green box, it says, feeling self-critical right now? Before going to the next section, scroll up to reread your strengths and let them serve as a reminder of how much you, dear mediator, can bring to this world.
Oh no.
And so I said, fuck off with all that flowery bullshit. I was mad about that. I was like, don't fucking patronize me.
A mediator, which is both of us,
Yeah.
is someone who possesses the introverted, intuitive feeling and prospecting
The
or
prospect
personality traits.
There's gold.
It's really bizarre because you know that this is like less than 1% of the population.
Oh, really?
Yes. INFPs are super rare.
Oh.
Yeah. There's not many of us. That's why it's crazy to me that that's what you got, Justin got it, and my mom got it.
Yeah, my
But it's not just the website because Melissa took it and she got something totally different.
I got 54% introverted, 73% intuitive, 61% feeling.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I want to look at mine and see what the differences are. Okay, say them again.
54% introverted.
I'm 55%.
Cool. 73% intuitive.
I'm 88%.
Okay. 61% feeling.
I'm 59.
51% prospecting.
I'm 72.
And then 61% feeling. Oh no. And then identity is 57% assertive.
I'm 56% turbulent.
Oh shit. Okay.
Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I
man.
guess like I would say that like yeah, I feel like I can't, like we were talking about it, like I can't help but like not feel that shit like when I like
Yeah, empathy.
even in like it's even in like fucking cartoons, man. Like
I told you we were the same model, bro.
it'll hit me that yeah.
Although they may seem quiet or unassuming, which is kind of weird to say about me. You are one of those people like my friend Ducey, who is like, you are a person who is quiet until you know the person.
Yeah, it usually takes like a week or two.
And then
before.
you're rambunctious as all hell.
Yeah, then I'll let it loose.
I'm more rambunctious out of the gate. But I've gotten more calm, I think, as I've gotten older. Creative and imaginative, they happily lose themselves in daydreams, inventing all sorts of stories and conversations in their minds. Personalities are known for their sensitivity, profound emotional responses to music, art, nature, and the people around them, idealistic and empathetic, long for deep, soulful relationships, and they feel called to help others. Because this personality type makes up such a small portion of the population, mediators may sometimes feel lonely or invisible, adrift in a world that doesn't seem to appreciate the traits that make them unique. Shakespeare was an INFP. Yeah, I feel that, and even more so lately.
Although I feel like the only thing that J.R.R. Tolkien and I have in common is that we both have 3 first initials.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I've never written anything anybody's given a single fuck about.
I know, but you also haven't written much of anything, period, right?
Facts.
Didn't we have that discussion?
Yeah, facts.
Speaking of which, I need to really fucking start grinding because I've got too many ideas and not enough scripts.
Yeah.
So I need to like kind of rebalance those scales and get some more.
I feel like a lot of it
on paper.
I feel like a lot of it for me is like finding like something that like an external reason to do something more so
Motivation.
Yeah.
Well, you know the whole like 1, 2, 3 go thing.
Oh yeah, like Steve-O?
Well, I don't know.
Steve-O has a rule. He always goes like when he says 1, 2, 3 go, he always goes on go.
Yeah. That there's a woman, and I wish that I could think of her
There
name.
was a woman?
She's a psychologist.
Oh, she was a psychologist.
And she did a piece on like the news or something where she was talking about how your decisions, like the things that shape shape your life are the micro decisions.
Bro. No, I'm sorry.
That was very Bobby of you. That was channeling Bobby, like
a little bit, yeah, bro.
But now I have no idea what I was talking about. It's like a superpower. It really is. That's the movie. Fuck all that other villain stuff you were talking about. We're gonna make a movie about you, who's just like that. You're like a political spy because they just like drop you off at like the UN for you to just like derail some important conversation about oil or something.
Yeah, I got you.
Like,
I'll figure something out. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm sure that whatever I had to say could have been interesting, but
I feel like
we'll never know.
There's a character in My Hero, Miss Joe. That's her like quirk is like laughter.
Oh yeah, the jokey lady.
Yeah.
She's always doing the hot.
Also, like, I don't know. It's strange. Like, I feel, I don't know. Like, it's weird. The way the story's going, it feels very like we're at the end game. At least in the manga, like we are getting to the final. Like, this is it. In My Hero.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen any of the new season.
Yeah, where did you stop off?
After 4? I haven't seen any of 5.
Gotcha. You would really like the section that they do about the villains, because there's like an entire episode about twice.
Mediators shared a sincere curiosity about the depths of human nature. Introspective to their core, they're exquisitely attuned to their own thoughts and feelings, but they yearn to understand the people around them as well. I don't know if I yearn.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where I was like, you're using a lot of loaded language here when you're talking about this. Like, I am always down for Chipotle. It's like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
but it's like I am always like eternally grateful for some. It's like whoa.
Well, to be fair, you do have a scale of 6 options, really 7 if you do the middle.
Yeah, I did use the middle a few times.
I did too,
because it was like I don't fucking like neither of these things fit that much, so it's like I don't care.
People with this personality type tend to feel directionless or stuck until they connect with a sense of purpose for their lives. For many mediators, this purpose has something to do with uplifting others and their ability to feel other people's suffering as if it were their own.
Yeah.
Tolkien, Shakespeare, Bjork,
Shakespeare.
Alicia Keys, Julia Roberts, William Wordsworth.
I feel like I
Johnny.
should know who Bjorn is. I have no idea.
Bjork.
Bjorn
is the son of Ragnar Lothbrok of the Vikings.
Oh, word. I like that more.
Frodo Baggins is an INFP.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sybil. That's pretty neato. That's pretty cool, I guess.
It is pretty. I mean, I would say like it is more. It feels a little bit more of a fitting kind of test for that. Like it felt a little bit more involved and a little bit more like curated properly.
Yeah.
To
Well,
get
it's just
right
the
responses.
Myers-Briggs type.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
I like it.
But they've put like a fun skin on it, I guess.
I can't remember the last time I've taken one, so I'm sure it might have changed or something.
I think it does. Well, I know it does.
I think part of the reason why it might have changed is because like I genuinely like, like in all like I there were multiple times when I was like, I feel like I want to say this, but like what I really is this.
Yeah,
and that's what I came up with. So
I was an ENFP until I was like 30, and then I've become an introvert. And I think that I've kind of always been an introvert because my grandma is that way too. Like,
it's weird.
It's like I can do it,
mm-hmm.
but I don't know if I don't know if I want to. And I think maybe at a time I did, and I was kind of drawn to like pay attention to me. Like I'll take care of everything, but like I don't know that I yearn for doing that so much as that I'm good at it. So it's like I can do, it's like sales.
Oh, for sure. It's like
I can
work.
I can do it.
It's like I'm pretty good at talking to people.
But it's not like something I'm passionate about.
I don't really like. It's not that I don't like talking to people. There's a lot of me that doesn't like talking to people.
I saw a quote from Jim Carrey earlier that was like, to be fair, the Grinch never really hated Christmas. He hated people, which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I still don't like. I don't know. Like, I don't know. My dad was like, he would always he would be salty towards people. Like, and he would like lay into people. Not like, he like, or at least, like if somebody was pissing him off or whatever, he would like not hold back. Because he was like a counselor. He knew how to twist that knife just right.
Yeah.
But he still like fucking would donate money to like all these different like organizations, and it's like just this weird juxtaposition of like hating individuals but loving humanity. It's a weird like, I don't know.
Yes.
It's a strange.
Yeah.
But I feel it. Like
I think that ultimately individuals will be the death of humanity. So that's probably.
Yeah. Although there's no. What can you do?
I will say though, after reading that stuff, it does explain a lot in the sense of like, oh, that's why I look around and feel like an alien.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
because I'm part of 1% of the population.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and then,
I'm on the spectrum.
I'm very likely on the spectrum.
Yeah, same.
I think everyone is. I said that to my mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the point of a spectrum.
I was like, I think everybody's mentally ill.
Yeah, of course.
In their own way. Statistically.
I mean, just being on a spectrum doesn't mean it's a disorder.
No.
Like,
it's just everybody's got a little bit of goofy.
Everyone's got a little bit,
Everybody's got a little wonky going on, for sure.
I got a couple moles that are just, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I mean, I have it there. No.
Oh, and I've been hearing great things about everything all the time, everybody together, whatever it's called. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I do really want to watch that.
Yeah,
I do really.
It's annoying that it's in the theaters, but I mean, respect, I guess. Like, I don't know if I'm trying to go drop like $50 when I can just like wait a few months for it to be on HBO. The Batman's on HBO now.
Is it really?
I can't do it though. 3 hours. I don't care enough about Batman. Yeah, it's 3 hours.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like that Zack Snyder cut. It's like how long?
Yeah. Well, there is a Waterworld cut.
That was like 18 hours.
No. It's
I thought like Titanic was bad, like when you had to get 2 VHSs for one fucking movie.
It's called the Ulysses cut. And
Ulysses
it's like
cut. Didn't you say like the movie's not bad?
No, the Ulysses cut isn't. The original movie is trash. Oh,
Gotcha.
Here's another fun fact I wanted to mention about film that I had read earlier this week. And I'd read this before, but I was reminded of it when I read it again. You know that we almost didn't have Toy Story 2? Do you know about that?
No.
So
enlighten me, sir. I'm actually curious about this.
In like 98, it just got like fucking deleted. And so the studio just didn't have any of it. And there was a woman who was like she was like a producer or some shit. She worked on the film in some capacity. She was at home on maternity leave, and she had a copy of it on her machine. And I was just like, man, those little moments like that, like, we could have A, never had Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Or B, had a really like shitty rushed version of Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Like,
which was really like the last good Toy Story.
Imagine getting to like before the release date, and then it's like, oh, we lost everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so we don't have a fucking movie.
Didn't someone tape over the originals of the moon landing or something like that?
Probably.
Like, I feel like
sounds like a very American human thing to do.
Well, have you ever seen it's like a picture of a game. It's like an NES cartridge game, and it's like it's like an Olympic Games thing, and like they just put like just not real human being names. That's like the names is just like default in this thing, just because they were like, I don't give a shit.
The baseball names thing.
The baseball
in the video game. This is from the 90s baseball video game where the Japanese designers had to make up American names.
Yeah. This is what I want. Yeah.
Steve McDykel.
Yeah.
Anson Sweeney. Daryl Archideld. Anatole I. Smorin. Ray McScriff. Ray McScriff.
You know what would be a fun challenge?
What's that?
Making characters for D&D
based on these names.
Based on those names.
I like that a lot. I like that idea a lot.
Or just some of our favorites.
Or how about the names from Key and Peele's football sketches?
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be really fun.
We could do both.
Donkey Teeth. That guy's a barbarian for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. If there's like an elephant variant.
Yeah, Loxodon.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, fucking Tantor was a Loxodon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mario McAlwain. Raoul.
I want to play D&D.
Willie. Yeah, I know. I do too. Mike Truck.
Mike Karuba.
Tim Sandale. Carl Dandleton.
Ooh, yeah.
Todd.
Carl Dandleton is a priest.
He's a cleric.
100.
Carl the cleric.
Yes.
How about Todd Gonzalez? Sounds like a rogue to me.
Sounds like a Tabaxi rogue.
Todd Gonzalez, maybe like a Tabaxi rogue stuntman.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's got like the jacket,
like vibes of
like kind of like Johnny Knoxville in like a puffer jacket. What was the first name that I was
Donkey Teeth is the barbarian.
Yeah, the Loxodon.
We could make one for each class, I think.
That would work, yeah.
So Todd Gonzalez is the Tabaxi rogue stuntman.
I also kind of want like, and this might just be like a personal thing, but I kind of want like the cat itself part to be Chester Cheetah.
Okay, I feel that.
So yeah, I just want to play Chester Cheetah.
Holy
shit! Why have I not played
Chester Cheetah?
It's perfect.
Yeah,
he's dangerous.
Yeah, he's dangerously cheesy.
You could even like flavor like poison or like
Cheeto dust.
Yeah, Cheeto dust to like your knives. Because you could have
and you could
like
set
claws.
it as a trap to like follow people's footsteps.
Yeah, you have to like pass a
You
check.
just like sprinkle
Otherwise,
Cheeto
yeah,
dust
and then it's
on
just
the
like
threshold of your door.
yeah,
so you can see if
pass
anybody's
an
come or
intoxication
gone.
check. Yeah,
Carl Dandleton is the cleric.
Sir Dandleton.
What's wrong with him? What is he? He's a furbog for sure, right? With a name like Carl.
Werewolf.
And it's also it's Karl.
Make him a werewolf, so like he's normal during the day, but then like on the full moon, he becomes a beast.
Yeah, he's like a furbog, but like
Yeah, like a werewolf.
Werebolg. So he's like
Werebolg.
He's like a human.
That's the name of this episode, baby.
No. The name of the episode is So Do Me.
Oh yeah.
You already did that.
God damn it.
Mike Truck. Who's that guy? A paladin, maybe?
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah.
I thought of that is because I had a buddy named Kyle. Shout out Kyle Clark, wherever you
What
are.
up, Clark?
Doing air traffic control.
What you doing?
He had his paladin.
doing?
His level 80 paladin in World of Warcraft was named the Fire Truck.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. I used to play a paladin in World of Warcraft too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I could never get into it. Too many buttons.
Yeah.
Too many buttons.
Well, I mean,
for
when you're
me.
playing a tank, there's really like 4.
What about Ray McScriff?
Sorcerer.
Yeah,
Like I can see
he
like
sounds like a gnome too.
yeah, I would say like a gnome.
McScriff
Can you do like a
or a dwarf.
Can you do like a I don't know how now I'm okay. I was like, can you make it like a gnome dragon born? But then I was like, you could maybe just make him like an oversized newt.
Or you could make him a what are those
I just imagine
things?
like the long hair, but I might imagine like it's kind of like not very full and it's like kind of wet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about
What are those tiny dragons called?
lizards?
Kobolds.
Oh, kobolds. Yeah. Hell
Yeah. It could be a kobold.
Yeah.
These are some other ones that are just from another one. Len Wabzis,
I think that would be a paladin
Udud Georgiud.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude has 2 axes.
I feel like these are all this is the original one. Like Anson Sweeney, I feel like would be an artificer.
Yes. You have never been more right in your
Anson
life.
Sweeney, the
That is-
artificer.
Yeah.
That dude is a fucking inventor. That guy.
You know what could be
You
the
can go over to his house and he can
caveat?
he's got a machine that'll make you eggs that doesn't work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like
100%.
one of those guys that like it's like he builds like Rube Goldberg machines.
Yes.
Like I was
Like
thinking,
Caractacus Potts and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, man. Mario well, that's not even really. Some of these are like you can't even use as a
Yeah.
name. Bobson Dugnut,
Ooh.
that's a bard.
yeah.
Bobson Dugnut is definitely
That's someone that like
Bobson Dugnut's
you
like a
gotta have
juggler.
charisma. Yeah.
That guy juggles
That
like
guy you have to have charisma.
juggles like knives
You're-
that are on fire.
Yeah. That could maybe be like his flaw is that like he really needs this.
Yeah.
Like he needs this. Like
Yeah. He needs the
needs this.
attention and he needs the money.
yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, like he'll suck some dick for like, a
Bobson
couple copper.
Dugnut. We'll have to make a list of these, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great because it's now forever captured.
Yeah.
So we can just have access
I do think that would be
to
like,
it.
that would be fun. Like to just fuck around with a couple
Yeah,
of these.
I think that would be cool. I also think it would be cool for like people to send in or put in the comments like
Yeah.
names.
Give us a name or something. We'll come up with like a backstory for it.
Or like pictures. I had that idea too. If you have like, if there are any artists out there that want to like draw something and send it to us, we'll make it a character.
Yeah.
We'll just like create their background because
We'll
like
fill that
I
shit
feel
out.
like I feel like that's
Fill it
gonna
up.
be the next move for me from a career standpoint in terms of the D&D content. Not to say that we're gonna quit making the D&Ds because
Yeah,
we're
God,
gonna
no.
keep doing that.
You ain't getting rid of that money maker.
But I think that Justin and I are on the cusp of another series, and I'm getting the vibes that I got when we started the D&D edition because like
Hell yeah.
It's very similar. Like he made his, and then I've seen what he's done, and I can apply it to my own, and I just feel like it's gonna build on each other. And like,
Hell yeah.
I'm super into it.
I'm excited for you.
Keep your ears and eyes peeled for more info about that once we get some of them under our belt. I want to get a couple of recorded and then kind of just release them.
Yeah.
And just see what the response is. And if it's good, then we'll have time to
for sure.
create more. But yeah, I'm stoked for that.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be real fun.
I also do want to, I don't know, play D&D.
Yeah, I know.
I'll learn 3.5.
Yeah, part of me feels like we should just play 5 though, because of your points that you made.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, I think
comment below.
Yeah, comment below. Tell us
3.5 or
3.5 or
5.
And to be fair, if we're gonna play 3.5, we're gonna play 3.7. Like we're gonna just play Pathfinder, and we might as well play Pathfinder 2.
Pathfinder
Although,
2 or
I feel like
5e.
Original Pathfinder or 5e.
Original Pathfinder 3.5,
I think
3.7 Pathfinder.
Well, I wonder if Wizards is going to release 5.5 or they're going to release, or they're just going to jump to 6.
I mean, it's like the Xbox, man.
Yeah, I know.
The next Xbox is going to be like 2.
Yeah, but it might be a different system. I mean, that's what
the
five was a different system. You know, like 3, like, I mean, I never played.
What's your favorite console?
I never played OD&D. My favorite console?
Yeah.
PC.
No, I mean like of the
I preferred Xbox. I don't know. It's hard to say because like I feel like I had. So when I was a kid, I never had an original Nintendo, but I played a lot of it because like there was one up at the school my grandma taught at. And then like I was in daycare a lot in elementary school, and they had a Nintendo at the daycare.
Hell yeah.
So I played a lot of that, but I never had a Nintendo or Super Nintendo. The first console I ever had was a 64.
Okay.
And then I think I actually got a PlayStation before I got a 64 because it came out before it, right? I think the PlayStation came out in like 94, and the 64 didn't come out until like 96.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that's accurate. I think the PlayStation came out a year or two before the 64.
Comment below.
But I had a PlayStation and a 64, and then I got a PS2, and then I got an Xbox 360. And then in 2011, when Gabby and I lived in Michigan, I started playing StarCraft and Skyrim on his PC, and it was just like,
all right, this is
why
done.
would I ever
why would I
go back to a console?
I would say like my favorite console. Fuck.
The GameCube was really fucking good, man. There are a lot of really good games
honestly,
that
like,
came out for that console.
I think the GameCube might have been the last one that Nintendo did besides Switch that I was like any kind of excited for.
It might be the best one ever, really. Like,
I mean,
not from a numbers perspective, but like just from like a content perspective.
So good
because just
you got like
Smash
Perfect Dark,
alone.
Smash, the Zelda, like, and honestly,
Smash
like,
was so crazy.
Like, listen, man, like, I felt it at the time. I was like, you know, I'm not a big fan of the cartoonish look, but I was like, you know, this Toon style, like, it holds up.
Yeah,
like, that shit looks good to, like, looks fine right now.
Dude, I played Smash.
You try to play like OOT,
yeah,
it looks like a nightmare.
I know. I played Smash 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it was just as fun as it was 10 years ago.
Honestly, yeah, the GameCube might be
it's nuts.
It's definitely, and like Mario Sunshine was a good time.
Super fun though too, like with GoldenEye.
Yeah, I think the 64 had a better catalog now that I think about it.
God, man, GoldenEye. How about GoldenEye, Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah.
Perfect Dark.
Yep.
The Donkey Kong games were on there.
Yeah.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was on there.
Mario Kart, Mario Party.
Anything.
Yeah,
Mario.
you got to go on 64.
Yeah, dude. It had WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Yeah. I think I had that game. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I remember that.
That shit was, and even the goofy games like Beetle Adventure Racing were still fun because it was 3D. That's, that was the real kicker.
That was the whole big thing.
I put in a lot of hours on Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro was good as
PlayStation.
shit.
And PS2, like a lot of Rockstar shit, Grand Theft Auto, and like wrestling games.
It is
bro.
interesting to me that like our video game background is like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like I grew up like you're like, yeah, I mean like, you know, I played around with like an N64. That was probably the first one that I had. And it's like I was playing on the SNES and then the N64. I would say that like I probably played more PlayStation than N64.
Yeah. I
Um
think I played more N64 than PlayStation, but then when the PS2 came out.
and then when I played PS2, like I would play like SOCOM.
I never was into realistic shooters.
That was really the only one. It was just because my friend was into it, so I was into that as well.
But Hell Let
It's
Loose,
also because like I was
bro.
better at that than I was at Halo. So
Hell Let Loose. So fun. It's really
So-
scary. Like you get into the shit and then like you can just a lot of times you'll get downed before you die, so you have the opportunity for a medic to pick you up.
oh, okay, yeah. Standard
But
fare.
sometimes you just die.
Interesting.
Because there's an explosion or a sniper just domes you, like, and it's not done like the other kind of competitive games where it's like you see the kill cam or whatever, like
It's just like
you're just dead, bro.
it's just
And then it's just like you better respawn, and it's a game of like land acquisition.
I've also just
as all
always-
war is.
you can ask anybody that has ever played video games with me. I'm dog shit at FPSs. Honestly, like I know I have a friend who always like got really upset at me, like or just was against the idea of like referring to Smash as like a fighting game. You know, like one of those purists.
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
is
I
fine.
can see that argument.
I mean, like the motherfucker will wax you in Injustice 2.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
I mean, when you're comparing it to shit like Tekken, it's really not the same.
it's not, but I would say that like my ability in that has always been like just barely good enough to like where it's like you know, I'll usually get like dogpiled when I play with friends. So I'm like a little too good to play there, but like I'm dog shit competitively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I mostly just play against machines anyway, like just CPUs at level 9.
Who was your Marvel vs. Capcom 2 team?
Ooh.
That's
Fuck.
kind of a deep cut. But
You know, I actually just reinstalled that on my PlayStation.
did you
4.
play 3? 3 was fun.
I think 3 was the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate.
With MODOK?
I think so. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
And they had X23.
I
X23
actually
was
like,
on that game.
I had just gone through on my PS4 and like cleared out a couple of the games that I wasn't playing and reinstalled a couple of them.
Yeah, 3 was fun.
Yeah, I reinstalled that. Honestly, dude, like as much as like I might dog on like Naruto as like a show, it's okay. But the Shippuden games
Oh yeah,
are so
I've heard
lit.
good things about those
They're
games.
so good.
There's a couple of the D&D. There's a couple of the DBZ games that are fun as
Yeah.
shit. Some of those Budokais are fucking
Oh
fun.
yeah, dude. There was one, I think it's like Budokai 3 or something. It was for PlayStation 2. Or maybe it was PlayStation 3. I don't know, but one of them, I just remember it slapped so fucking hard.
Yeah,
Like, it
those
was
are
just
really
so
fun
good.
games.
Like, oh, good times.
What did we? So what was your team? Do you remember?
No, I'll have to go back and like, because I just reinstalled it recently. That, Kingdom Hearts, and then Danganronpa, because I haven't played that in forever and I want to play that again.
Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk.
I'm pretty sure I had
Sometimes
Doctor Doom in there.
Sometimes Wolverine instead of Spider-Man.
Mine might have been like, I'd have to, as soon as like, if I were to like get up to the game and like get into the menu and like,
yeah,
it'd be like
for
boom,
sure.
boom, boom. But like, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh,
Good times though.
well, I think we're good, man.
I think we're
definitely
fucking-
over an hour.
I think we're good, man.
I think we're great.
I think, yeah. Dude,
I
it's
think,
like,
you know, if we're
it's
talking
like-
about if we're good,
I just, you know, it's,
I think
it's
we're
like,
great.
not only is it like, you're not like, it's good, you know, and it's like good is over like here, and it's like we're like over here where it's like good, great, and it's like, you know, like I'm feeling pretty great.
All right, follow us on Facebook, Instagram,
All right,
and
bye.
Twitter. Send us an email.
You juicy,
No
lovely
big banana
babies.
at gmail.com.
Yeah.
and
You
take
know the
care of
drill.
yourself
Fuck the bell.
and the people you love.